Hi friends, welcome to the next session on RHCSA training series. My name is Ram. This training brought to you by SkillPedia, Transforming the Talent. It's a complete RHCSA certification series, session 14, section 3, local online documentation. I'm using the platform RHEL 8 or CentOS 8. CentOS 8 is installed on my system. In fact, I have dual boot system. Common topics I'm taking through VirtualBox, where CentOS 8 machine is installed, and where we need to talk about virtualization in another machine. I have this dual boot machine, so where I have physical Linux on which I can create virtual machines and all that. You might have seen in my previous lectures where I created virtual machines using libvirt and other. So in that case, I also have CentOS on my physical machine. So it depends. I'm using different platforms. So this session is section 3, part 3, fundamental command line skills. We have done session 11, 12, 13, this is 14, which is online documentation. Agenda of the session is local online documentation. When do you need help? The manual pages, the info manuals, documentation in user shared doc, and example configuration files. In other words, this session will be able to help you. This session will assist you whenever you are stuck, whenever you want to take the help. So let's talk about this session. There is a lot of documentation available on RHEL 8 system, such as manual pages, info documentation, configuration files, sample configurations. Many packages include extensive documentation in the user shared doc directory. Every subdirectory there include information about the capabilities of each associated package. When you need help with a command, the first thing is to run the command by itself. If more information is required, the command prompts with a request for more information, like if you type simply yum or cd-h. Let me talk about some examples and how to take help. Alright, let's start. So if I want to take help about what is, simply I start the command with yum, and it'll tell me what else you can do. So you see a lot of options available, or df, what all options, or let's say cp command. So you see the commands, whenever you type the command, it will give you some kind of assistance, some kind of help if you simply type man itself. So what manual pages you want? So something is what you should try is the type the command itself, and that will give you some kind of hint, some kind of information. The first hand information is by typing the command directly. Next is you should try with the command, let's say yum --help. That will also give you some kind of information or some help about the command. Similarly, cp--help, that will also give some more information, some help about the command. We call them as help command or info, or simply you can type info cp. That will give you the information pages. The good thing about this, whenever you are scrolling up and you see some star or something, that is menu based. You can go up and down. You can scroll through the pages. This is information pages about the command. So Q to quit out of it. Similarly, if you want to take help about manual yum command, you can type yum. So this will tell you the commands. This is how you can take the help about the commands. Info command is first option. Second is what is. It's a good command to give you help. For example, WHATIS, what is yum. So yum is redirecting to DNF command line. So what is DNF then? Because we are using CentOS 8, so here we use the DNF. So for that, what you should try is DNF section 8 of manual pages. That will give you the command reference. So let's say what is man itself. So what is man, what is man? That will give you the different sections of man. Man 7 will give macro to format man pages. Section 1 will give you interface to online reference manuals, and 1p. So you want which section you want. You type the section, let's say section 5 of passwd. So this will give you section 5. Section 5 talks about the syntax of the etc passwd file. Right? You see password file, Linux Programmers Manual, section 5 of passwd, which is the password file. Now if you use section 3 or don't use any section, then it will say section 1, and section 1 is the password command. So you will see these things. For example, if I try manual section 5 of cron tab, that will give me section 5 of the, because section 5 talks about the file formats. So cron tab section 5, this is cron tab file. So you'll see the section 5 about the help on the manual pages of any file. So if you want assistance on the format of a file, you can use section 5 of the manual pages. However, if you want the help about the command itself, you need section 1, which is the default section. The default section, section 1, will tell you the command itself. So this is basically, we call them as sections. So different section provide different kind of documentation about the help. So if you see man-k, that will give you apropos what. So you want to tell, okay, which help you want. So let's say man-k man. So this will give you different options, right? Different commands. Section 8, section 5, you will see different sections of every command. What help commands are available, what sections are available. You will see everything here. Let's go alphabetically and let's see what all sections we have for the passwd file. Right, this is, you will see all the sections of a given command. And I'm here talking about the passwd command. So I'm just scrolling up to reach to passwd command, and I'll show you the sections of passwd command. So here you will see the passwd, where it is, passwd. Okay, I don't see that right now, so I'll not waste time. I'm quite a busy person. So let's continue. So first thing is, you should try the typing the command itself, or you can type -help or -h. That will give you the wrong option, also will give you the right option sometimes. Sometimes -h, which is more helpful, like if you type fdisk -h, it doesn't always show up a help message. In that case, you can use -help, which I just showed, I demonstrated. Most Linux commands are documented as manual pages. If you run the man command by itself, which I demonstrated, you will get this message, what manual pages you want. So then you type the manual pages followed by the command about which you want to take the help, like man lv extend. As with many other commands, there is an example section about every command. If you run lv extend command before, this section may help jog your memory. What if you're not sure about the name of the manual pages? In that case, what is command and apropos command can help you, like what is NFS. If you want to find the manual pages with NFS in the description, you can use apropos NFS. Sometimes what is HTTPD or apropos Apache CTL won't provide any information, because these commands work from the database in var cache man directory. You can update the database with the mandb cron job in etc cron daily directory. Mandb, or probably the file name is slightly different now, it is update db. So you can use update db, that will update the database. If associated manual pages are not installed, then what? Then there are three possible reasons. 1. Associated functional software package may not be installed at all. Second, RPM package named man pages may not be installed. Third, there is a package specifically dedicated to the documentation that must be installed separately. For example, there is a package called httpd manual, httpd-manual. This package is required to be installed for Apache web server if you want any assistance, any help, any manual pages about web server. In some cases, multiple manual pages are available. Like if you try what is SMB passwd, that will show you two sections. One section, section 5, is about the password file. Section 8 is the command itself. Section 1, section 8. So number 5 and 8 are associated with different sections from manual pages, as I told you and as I demonstrated. The man pages shown by default is the man page associated with the SMB passwd command. In this case, you want the manual pages for passwd encrypted password file, you can type the section 5, like I demonstrated section 5 of passwd or smb passwd. To exit, you can simply type q, as I've been demonstrating. Info manuals. The list of available info manuals is somewhat limited. The coverage of some topic is usually more extensive than a corresponding manual page. For a full list of information documentation, you can run this ls user share info command. There you will see the manual pages, the info pages or info documents. When an info manual is not available, a request a default to the associated man page. To learn more about the bash shell, you can use pinfo bash. The pinfo has a user interface similar to Link's web browser and help it more user-friendly alternative to traditional info. Let's try this info URL, info directory, and a pinfo command. Let's verify. So pinfo, let's say passwd, and this opens the same section with the same way it has opened the file, and I am taking the help. What is the difference if type q and if you type simple info? What is the difference? More or less same command, but slightly different. What is the difference? Difference is when you see a star, that star itself actually means a corresponding link, and there's additional links available. So these are clickable. You press enter key, it will open additional features. So if you click, whenever you see the link, so this info pages are linked like basic shell features. You click on this, it will take you the basic features. So you can directly jump to shell syntax. So these are quoting, right? So they will take you, this is navigation system. Info pages have a good navigation system. What about pinfo? Do we have that same info navigation system here also? No, but they're all well organized. That is, you can see that's the difference here. You see they are well organized. And you see at the bottom there's a see also section, which is again in the form of link, as you can see, right? I'm clicking on that, pressing enter key, and it will helping me with that, right? Q to quit off it. So cd slash user slash share slash info, and you see ls command. These are the info pages. Means only these commands have the information pages. Not necessary that you will get info pages about all the commands. So these are some of the information pages. Documentation is user share doc. A list of documentation available in user share doc directory seems impressive, but the quality of documentation depends on the work of its developers, because user share doc directory is basically provided by the developer. So the subdirectories include the name and version number of the installed package. Some of these subdirectories include just one file like copying, which specify the license under the given software was released. Let's verify this also, user share doc. So cd slash user slash share slash doc. Now if I try, let's say sudo cd sudo, and you'll see the sudo specific help here. The sudo example, sudo schema, right? Similarly, if you want PAM specific information pages or helps, so you'll get documentation about HTML. See this index HTML page. So you can actually open the text page and then indexed HTML page. So if you go to this directory, you can actually open the HTML page, cd HTML, and you see the HTML pages are there, which means PAM have got wonderful help about this in the form of HTML documents. So you should open these documents in your web browser to take help about this. Like if I try Firefox and then I specify the file name from this directory, which one I should try? Let me try with this starting point is what? It should be some index or something. I should get the starting point. Okay, let me start with the introduction. So that will open the Firefox with this, and this is what it is. So you see the chapters are there proper. You go to home and you'll see the complete documentation page by page organized into proper official documentation and locally organized session wise, chapter wise. Similarly, therefore, what do I recommend? I recommend that you go to this directory, right, and see the documentation about HTML, documentation about different commands, right, like KSH, Kmode. So you have to understand that what is available inside the directory depends on the developer of that. But the quality of documentation, as I said, some of these subdirectories include just one file. Example, the documentation directory includes some useful examples as well. For example, the sudo directory, I explained that, includes sample configuration files and directives for administrative control, which can be helpful when you are configuring administrators with different privileges. The documentation may include entire manual in HTML format also, which I demonstrated like PAM, which actually had a lot of HTML pages, proper pages in the form of a website, right? And you could see that documentation, and I opened that in Firefox. That's all for this session. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.